A Boston businessman has complained to Mayor Hines that a telephone voice representing itself as a solicitor selling tickets to the State, County, and Municipal Employees Union. AFL reunion dinner on November 2nd threatened him with going on an unfair list if he didn't purchase tickets. The board at the businessman H. Brooks Crosby Treasurers at Footman Martin Company and Franklin Street Stationers postponed. A statement from William V. Ward. 3 Great Crossings accidents, 2 in the Massachusetts and the other in Vermont, took 6 lives in New England today. 3 of the deaths were at Great Barrington, 2 at Chelmsford, and 6 at Bennington, Vermont. A father and his 2 young daughters were killed at Great Barrington when their car was struck, carried 1,000 feet, and then hurled from a railroad overpass on the highway below. A man and woman not committed an auto were killed in North Chelmsford in their car, and a Boston-bound express train arriving at Chelmsford collided. A fat man carrying a .45 caliber automatic snatched a canvas bag containing $900 in quarters from Joseph Babbitt, 27 Perkins Avenue, mounted a cigarette machine collector at East Street and Broadway about 2:30 p.m. today. In New York, Jack Sipwest under the nominee and basketball fixes scandal surrendered to District Attorney Frank S. Hogan today. Okay, in Yankee Stadium in New York, yesterday's doubleheader between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox was postponed because of rain. But Battle has a report. Well, Arch, the games will be played here during the final series of the season. These games are already carded for these 3 days, so the Sox and the Yankees will have to play 5 games during the final stretch. The final series now calls for a doubleheader on Friday, September 20th, a doubleheader on Saturday, and a single game on Sunday, the final date of the season. Every effort was to be made to play today's game. Officials of both teams agreed to wait until at least 3 p.m. before calling off the doubleheader. Both clubs were ready to play for in the night if necessary. However, the rain, which started less than an hour before game time, continued to fall steadily during the early part of the afternoon. The forecaster at the U.S. Weather Bureau predicted that it would be continued fat today. Incidentally, it should be as many as the Yankee-Sox games to be postponed that it cannot be worked in before the end of the season, and the games will be played on as soon as possible after the regular season under the new American League rule requiring that all games have a hearing on the pennant race to be completed. The Sox now head for a tough weekend series with the Athletics at Philadelphia. 5 games must be played in these days, and manager Steve Neal has not yet figured out his pitching lineups yet. And speaking of New York, the World Series will begin Wednesday, October 3rd in Boston. New York wins the American League pennant, but if Cleveland wins or a playoff is required, the series will start on Thursday, October 4th. It was announced today. The reason for a later start at Cleveland is a cluster of conventions using most of the space until October 4th. One of these conventions will attract 7,000 visitors to the city. The series will continue on consecutive dates with no open dates for travel. If the Yankees and Red Sox represent the American League, the first 2 games will play in the American League City on October 3rd and 4th. Shift to the National League Park on October 5th, 6th, and 7th, and if necessary, return to the American League Park on October 8th and 9th. In Cleveland, the same schedule will be followed as after a start 1 day later. The starting time will be, all games will be 1 o'clock local time except Sunday games in New York where law delays that start until 2:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. General Manager George Weiss represents the Yankees. Business Manager Dick O'Connell represents the Boston Red Sox. Vice President George Nedinger represents the Indians, and President Walter Malley represents the Dodgers, and President Horace Stone represented the Giants and White Hat Sox were invited but did not attend. Ticket prices for the Dodgers, Giants, Red Sox, and Yankees home parks will be the same. Box seats at $8, reserve seats at $6, and standing room tickets at $4, and bleachers at $1. At Cleveland, box seats will be $8, reserve grand seats at $6.25 to include city sales tax. Standing room in the grandstand $4, and standing room in the outfield at $2, and bleachers at $1. Club owner has stressed that no ticket application should be sent yet. Each club will announce its own sales plan and dates later. And that's it for sports here. Jim Austin will have the weather right after this commercial break here on the 6:15 report here. All I see are floors here, so for gleaming floors, insist on it. Beacon Wax. Yes, you're at Best Buy because it's clean, lasts longer, it's Beacon Wax. 45-year dividend record savings insured to $10,000. Winter Hill Federal Savings entered on the before the 10th of the month, earned dividends on the 1st. 2 offices, 5 Cutter Avenue at Davis Square and 314 Broadway, Somerville. New day and evening courses begin next week at Hickox Secondary Schools and individual programs at 347 Wilson Street on Arlington Avenue. Okay, now to the weather now. Here now, Jim Austin. Good evening, everybody, on this September 6, 1951, on a Thursday evening. Our current conditions here at Logan Airport, Boston, Massachusetts, at 6:25 p.m. on this Thursday evening. We got a temperature of 67 degrees at temperature, dew point about 61 degrees, humidity 81%, barometer 20.89 inches, visibly 10 miles, winds south about 15 in conditions, light rain showers. Take a look at our current conditions around the region here. It is 65 degree temperature reading for Providence. It's 68 for Taunton, 69 for New Haven, 68 for Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's 70 in New York City and Islip, 67 in Nantucket, 66 in Springfield, 60 in Worcester, 64 in Bedford, 63 for Albany, New York, 62 in Manchester, New Hampshire, and 62 in Concord, New Hampshire, and it's 60 up in Falmouth, Maine. So 2 areas of precipitation, one from covering much of the southeastern portion of Massachusetts and Boston and Prince up in the North Shore and stretching all around eastern Connecticut and Connecticut coast from New London down to Norwalk, and another area of precipitation from upstate New York up in Vermont, New Hampshire, up in Maine here. Okay, take a look at today's weather outlook. It was rainy for much of the northeastern states. Low pressure up in Ontario and California, and that station from Wyoming down for Colorado, New Mexico down for Texas. Hot weather from the Gulf of Mexico and cool weather down from Canada here. Take a look at our weather forecast for Boston vicinity. Cloudy this afternoon with rain beginning late this afternoon and continuing throughout tonight. Part cloudy Friday and continuing mild this afternoon tonight. Highest temperature this afternoon in the mid 70s and low night in the mid 60s, becoming cooler late Friday. Fresh southerly winds this afternoon and tonight, shifting in west and northwest on Friday. Working Boston temperature for this 92 in 1880 and 45 in 1888. From Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New Hampshire, cloudy with rain spreading across the state this afternoon and continuing tonight. Part cloudy Friday, we continue mild this afternoon, not quite so cool late tonight, and becoming cooler late Friday and windy this afternoon and tonight. For Rhode Island, mostly cloudy with rain beginning late this afternoon and continuing tonight. Part cloudy Friday and continuing mild this afternoon, not quite so cool tonight, and becoming cooler late Friday and windy this afternoon and tonight. And Vermont, cloudy with rain this afternoon and tonight. Part cloudy and Friday and continuing mild this afternoon and tonight. Cool Friday and windy and this afternoon and tonight. High water tide 3:16 p.m. and sunset 7:11 p.m. and first quarter moon September 8th. 2:16 p.m. to the west, full moon September 15th, 8:38 a.m. to the morning to the east, and last quarter moon September 23rd, 12:13 a.m. to the east, and new moon September 30th, 9:57 p.m. to the east. That's going to be for the 6:15 p.m. report. I'm Mark Malone, last time Bump Valley, and Jim Austin. Have a good evening, and we'll be back. Have a good evening.